Ill Mannered Films.
Mind Your Manners podcast.
Uh-oh.
We're going to do a dab, hold in the hit, and do a shot, and then blow everything out.
Hey, mind your manners.
Maybe I could find that Sprite commercial. Would you be at all interested in telling us how the Sprite commercial worked out? Like how it all came about?
Oh, yeah. So I was battling in Boston for a while, and I met a guy named Rocky Lamontagne who was throwing the All That battles. And Tanya, you would know this. He also promoted a bunch of nights at the New Eureka Cafe down in New York, down out from the city. And so he was like, yo, check this out. I got an opportunity for you. He called me up. He's like, they're shooting. And literally, he said they have all types of rappers, but they want a white rapper too. So I'm going to send you down to casting. So I was like, all right, cool. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I'm like, what am I going to rap about? He's like, two things. Is absolutely clear and colorless, right? So there was two of them. So I was like, all right, cool. So I write these verses. I'm stressing. I get on the phone wire in the morning.
That's a bus if you don't know, if you're not from this area.
This is when the phone wire wasn't out of South Station. This is when it was out of a little store in Chinatown. So it was a small bus. Anybody who's listening, that chime in if you remember when the phone wire was the little ass buses going down to Canal Street. So I get down there, whatever, I go do my thing, and I get there, and there's a bunch of rappers there, and it's like, I guess it's White Rapper Day, so I was like, all right, this is White Rapper Day. So I get in there, and I see these dudes, and I'm not gonna lie to you, like, those things they show on TV, cast them like everybody waiting in the hallways, that shit is real. A bunch of people in the hallway. And every single one of these dudes, this is my word, is sitting there like acting like tough rappers, like, yeah, I'm gonna spit like this. And I'm like, okay, blah, 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 we're gonna do this. And I'm in there like, hey, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Like just 19, 20-year-old kid. I'm like, fuck. So I walk in and she goes, all right, so rap. And I was like, okay. So I guess everybody's spitting verses. And I looked at the lady who was casting. Now, this is the first steps. And I was like, point to 4 things. So she pointed to 4 things and I rapped about them, right? And the reason why I got the commercial is after I was done and while I was rapping, I smiled. So I got these motherfuckers in the fucking front room acting like fucking, they're ready to punch somebody in the face because they're fucking... This is like Eminem first coming out days, so like every white rapper was like, I'm gonna be tough as fuck.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm like, oh, I made you laugh. Look at your desk. Hey, chick, nice bra. Look at them breasts. Like I was just being an idiot, smiling. And then she was like, oh my God,
Mind your manners.
So then I'm like, yo, I didn't get it. So I had to leave New York. I come home, and within 24 hours, Rocky calls me, and he was agenting me in New York for stuff, and he's like, yo, they want you to come back down. Like you got the commercial. And I'm like, what? They like the fact you smiled. So then I had to shoot it the next week. So I got back on the phone walk. We're at the phone walk.
Phone walk was good luck.
And it was cheap.
So then I go down and shoot it, and it was a full day of shooting. And the dude's his nickname was Echo, the dude who shot the commercial, and he shot me down on first. And then we were in a bunch of places, and it was so cool. And like, I was the only person in the commercial that got to go to the advertisement agency. They brought me upstairs, showed me everything. I went to the roof, possibly smoked with the dude on the roof. It was a really cool day.
Mind your manners, allegedly.
And then I don't hear shit. I hear nothing. Like I shot this commercial, and I'm a member of SAG because I signed a contract, so I get the SAG contract.
Oh no shit!
Because I produced and did. So I did 2 commercials when I was down, and the other one didn't get aired all the time. But the crazy thing is then all of a sudden, like, I'm sitting at home, and my cousin Brian, shout out to him, he produced
shout out to Brian.
He does all the shit in LA. He's like in the scene out there. But he called me and he's like, bro, I'm in Colorado watching The Simpsons, and your ugly ass face just came on my TV.
Damn.
Oh, shit. It was really...
Dan, if you're watching now in the Mind Your Manners podcast, what he just said, somewhere after I watch it again, I'll decide later, will be an answer to win something on our next Simpsons episode.
And I was like, yo, what the fuck? And I was like, oh, word. And then, like, shout out to my parents. All 3 of y'all met my parents. My parents never saw it. And the crazy thing is after 2 weeks, I went to the house one day randomly, and it came on when I was there. So that was kind of a cool thing because I was always a fuck up anyway. So I was like, hey, look, I'm not a fuck up on TV. But it was crazy. It was crazy. It was nuts. And like, shout out to Rocky Lamontagne, man. He made it happen, and I just kept getting checks. Like that commercial shit is no joke.
Yeah.
Like, them motherfuckers just send you checks. I'm sitting there like, shout out to Rex, and he was living with me at the time, and I think I spent all my money on like brand new pairs of socks and liquor.
That's all you need in life. Socks and liquor.
At that age?
Socks and a lot of liquor.
So
at that age, yes, because you can just keep using underwear, turning them inside out.
Let us know in the chat. We're gonna do a giveaway right now. Joe, grab something over there. We gave that bong away already, right?
Yes.
Mind your manners.
We're gonna take a quick break here because I found this
A
video.
Kit Kat break?
No, I found the video.
Oh, a Sprite break.
And what I'm-
I hate you.
and
We're gonna
what I'm
take a
try-
Sprite break.
And what I'm
I
gonna
hate
try.
you, dog.
I once was lost and now I've been found, and I'ma tell y'all cats how it really went down. There was no time for the lies, illusion, can't afford it. Trying to see the big picture, but the picture's been distorted. Vision kinda hazy, forcing my mind, it's going crazy, pondering them whens and hows, ifs and all the maybes. And I walk the other way, the wrong things that persuade me. But when I saw the light, it hit me like a ton of bricks. A positive recipe, no negatives in the mix. I chose the right path, knowledge of self and inner peace. I finally saw the light, and for the stars I had to reach.
Little baby face. Now
Damn it. I gotta say, it makes me want to drink a Sprite.
My man got a Sprite commercial. All you rappers talking about how you got a video.
I'm quite thirsty.
This guy got a Sprite commercial, man.
That was pre-internet. That wasn't internet. That was way
Yeah,
before
that was so
internet.
old. Please hit that like button. Please subscribe.
Mind your manners.
Mind Your Manners Podcast.